Okay, so with the pause reps I did for squats the other day, they tackle or attacked my legs in a different way and a much more intense way. Even with me doing singles, as I said. Um, so I decided to incorporate those pause reps into the deadlifts, and not every set where I'd be pausing, but just two or three. And that's exactly what I did today. I decided, okay, we'll keep it at 150 and we'll do two or three sets depending on how I'm feeling with pause reps. Meaning that I'll lift it for the first rep, set it back down, let that, you know, I guess you'd use the term potential energy in the bar to just escape, and then you pull again. So you spent like half a second on the ground with the weight before you pull it back up again before the next rep, or a second, depending on whatever your form is like, I guess. Again, that depended on how I felt and all that type of stuff. Um, the pause reps caused me to spend around another extra, I want to say, 20 minutes deadlifting than usual because of how harsh it was. This shit absolutely killed me, and I don't know if this is a sustainable way of me working out. It can be if I lower the weight a bit, but we'll see how I feel tomorrow. I think I only did two sets of pause reps, so two sets of five, and the rest being normal, normal quote unquote deadlifts. But that's I think the when I think about how I usually deadlift with the weight kind of bouncing off the ground, when I think about it, I do think that is actually kind of, I mean, not that it's invalid, it's not an invalid lift or anything, but it is kind of cheating in a way, because you're trying to maintain that momentum that you have when you're lowering the weight, and you can see it clearly. Like when I notice it now, when I look on video and I'm looking at how I deadlift, there's a lot of like energy I maintain when I drop the weight and I bring it back up. It goes flying up compared to when I pause the weight and let it rest for half a second or a second and go back up. And when I do that, I really feel it in my lower back. I can literally feel the lower back just tense up, and I can feel it squeeze. So this ended up being around like an hour-long deadlift session of me just in the squat rack, trying to figure this shit out. I felt really strong with the 60s. I was about to freaking throw the 60 kg out the window with how, I felt really really good. It felt way lighter than usual, and then I started telling myself, oh yeah, I should just maybe try singles, try and go for PR. But no, I wanted to try the partials, or not partial reps, the pause reps. And I've been at 150 for 5 times 5 for, I want to say, around uh, ever since I got back from vacation, I think, around then, from Egypt. So it's been a minute. But again, these things take time. Uh, but I don't think 150 is going anywhere if I'm keeping pause reps in my routine. Because I couldn't even do every set through pause reps. I had to have around 3 sets in there where it was normal, freaking bouncing deadlifts. Um, which now that I more think about it more, I feel like am I really lifting this weight, or am I just using it? Am I using the weight's momentum to bring itself up? If you know what I mean. Um, the first rep obviously counts, no matter what you're doing, because where you gain the momentum is when you bring it back down. That's my problem. So I think what I'm gonna try and do for next time, just try, is to try and do every set pause. Um, for squat, it's gonna be different. For squat, I don't know how it's gonna be for squat, but for deadlift, I definitely think you gain a lot through just bouncing it, which is I don't think is right. I think I mean, I want to be hitting those muscle fibers. I want to be hitting them correctly, straight from when I start pulling right up till the top. So this is a matter of me not wanting to do the biggest weight, right? This is where people have to make a decision, right? Do you want to go for a bigger weight and tell yourself, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do this weight, no problem, I can bounce around 150 on the bar for deadlifts easy, whatever. Or do you want to drop down 20 kilos or what it may be and then really hit those fibers and then really see the benefit, really see that strength gain? Because I think this is the way to go. I think pause reps for deadlifts is definitely the way to go. Because it felt way more like I felt whatever the hell you call it, the mind muscle connection. I don't know what the hell it's called, but I could feel the correlation between me lifting that weight every rep and my lower back being engaged. Not only my lower back, but my lats, the core, everything. Uh, so this is new. This is definitely gonna stay around. Pause reps are gonna definitely stay around. The 150 is definitely gonna stay around, and we'll see. Maybe I don't know how long, but 150 is gonna be here for at least another month, I'd say. Um, I want to be comfortable doing 5x5, all for pause reps with this weight. Um, and I was exhausted after every pause rep. This is what I'm doing now. I'm letting it rest and then ripping it up again. And it was completely different. And then I go back to bouncing the weight again. And I could tell it was like 20% lighter after the first rep. And it makes total sense. It's not like I didn't assume this. Like I could, obviously anyone could say that. But my question was, how much easier is it to just drop the weight and work off the momentum or potential energy or whatever it might be? And it's much easier. Like if I went to 160, I would not be able to do pause reps with that at all. I don't think so. But I'm pretty sure I'd be doing it 5 times. Well, not 5x5, but I'd be able to do 5 reps for a couple sets, bouncing it around like a basketball. That tells me something. It tells me that I'm not, it's not the body fully working. It's me kind of finding a small shortcut to get to where I want to go. Um, but I'm not really getting there in truth. It's just me kind of, telling myself that I have been. But the pause reps, I think this is, yeah, like I said, something I'll be keeping around for sure. Completely killed me. And then after this, I did all the other stuff, lats and buys and shoulders, all that crap. Um, Good workout overall. Stayed there for a while, but yeah, video is pretty long because of how long this deadlift session. Um, but yeah, completely exhausted. Yeah, I wanted to cry. Not actually, but yeah, it felt like hell. It really did, in a good way. Obviously, that's another thing. You can't really tell my back position, my lower back position from this angle, because there were so many people today. With the exam coming up, I had to organize my time a bit more differently and went a bit later in the day, but still felt strong like the morning sessions prior. Um, yeah, can't see the form that well, but I think the back was straight as far as I could tell. Definitely hit it, as I said, and yeah, we'll see where I take it from there. I think I'll be pause repping with squats too, but not every session. Or it might be a feel for type thing. I'll go down, maybe stretch with 60 in a sense, open up the hips, the ankle mobility, all that type of stuff. And other days I'll just go for it. But yeah, man, this final set, I told myself, final set, you can do the pause reps for final set, right? And then my body was telling me, no, you cannot do it, and I basically just had to listen to it because I did feel like I was starting to get out of position when it came to my lower back, so I decided to just quote unquote bounce it, I guess. But you can see how much easier it looks compared to pause reps. It's so much easier. The way it moves is so much quicker. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. These are definitely staying for sure. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.